know who needs to hear this, but there is no penalty when it comes to changing your mind in your business. If anything, it takes you to evolve so that way you know what to do and what not to do in your business. Hey, good people. If you're new here, my name is Alex, and I just want to tell you, okay, there is nothing wrong with changing your mind. Just like how you grocery shop and you want to put something back because you don't want it anymore, let's tie that into running a business. I feel like that we get so hard on ourselves when it comes to changing our minds because we don't want to do a particular niche or we don't want to be in a particular field anymore, and we let that guilt rule on for a very long time. But if there's one thing I know that I do, honey, that is changing my mind, and I am not about to feel bad about that. And with it being almost 6 months until we're done with this year, crazy to even say, I felt like this video is right on time for you. So I started my small business back in 2019, and looking back, although that really wasn't too long ago, I've learned a lot about what to do and what not to do. If you're new here, I started making t-shirts out of my 2-bedroom apartment. I used my stimulus check and some money from my paycheck to buy all of my equipment, okay? I started making t-shirts. I messed up on them. I got frustrated. I didn't always have the right mindset. I didn't always buy the right material. I wasn't managing my money right. I had so many errors when I got started. I had these unruly expectations that making t-shirts was gonna get me out the hood being corporate America, okay? And fast forward to currently, that is not my reality right now. I've had Shopify stores and 4 Etsy shops where I've stopped and started, all because I had 2 mindsets that stopped me from really doing what I can do in my business. The fear of other people's opinion, and also the fear of really knowing that when I pivot, I was going to be successful in that change. The part of starting and learning what works in your business is where you have to begin. Now, things can happen outside of your business that are out of your control. You may lose your job, and you may lose your main source of income. And guess what? That was my reality, and I'm still restoring that 2 years later. Yes, I started out making physical products, right? So t-shirts, preferably by the heat press method. But as I learned more about business and e-commerce, I dived into print on demand. I learned how to make digital products because I wanted to make sure that I was diversifying my business the best way I could. But when you're afraid of starting, you're not going to know what you need to change. Therefore, all those ideas in your mind are just ideas if you don't act on them. Throughout the 4 years of having a small business and learning how to run a small business, I quickly realized that depending on the season of where I'm at, a physical product business may not be conducive for me at the time. You have to make sure you have the capacity to run a small business, to run a physical product business, right? Whether that's buying inventory, testing out inventory, shipping products out, which takes work. You have to physically go and do that. You have to assess if that's where you are. And that's what I realized about myself too, is that I might not have the capacity all the time to run a physical product business. And that's okay if I don't. So when it comes to evolving, because I assessed where I was in my life and having a physical product business was outside of my capacity, I learned that digital product and running like a print on demand store was more suitable for me in that season of my life. Now, these 2 fields are very lucrative, okay, when it comes to print on demand and digital products, but they both take time to learn. But if you're in a season where you have no desire nor the time to ship out products, then I strongly suggest you think about passive income ideas, because that could be where you need to start out to be able to make yourself some more money on the side, start and grow a business from scratch, and also just learn the whole e-commerce industry as a whole. You have to check where you are in your life in order to know where you need to start. For some people, that can look like setting up a shop in their apartment, setting up a small space, okay, because they have the extra room, while other people prefer to live that laptop life where they are creating a product on the go, whether at a beach, at a conference, just somewhere transient. It all depends on where you start. Regardless of who you watch on the internet, no one would tell you what's best for you but you. So how you start is not how you finish. And I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't tell you the real, which is getting started is going to be scary. It's going to be frustrating. You're gonna have to learn how to have patience with yourself, which is also reoccurring, by the way, okay? And the list can go on and on. However, don't let the perception of what other people have on you stop you from changing your mind and pivoting in your business. So if you've stayed to the end and you're feeling inspired, then I have 2 videos that you can watch to start an at-home business and also get those creative juices flowing, okay? But as always, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're liking the vibe, and I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Bye, y'all.